Alrighty, week 6, which means there's really only 3 weeks left in this class. So it's a little shorter week as far as the number of videos. The database is such an important topic for cybersecurity because everything we store in a database is subject to, of course, whatever ills are attempted from the outside. And because of the value of these databases, understanding them is really good. And trust me, it's not the last time you're going to see them. It will not be. So, in preparation for just kind of looking forward to the end of the semester, I want to bring up the calendar and I've rolled it forward to March, right? So, on March, um, so let me just kind of back up then to where, we're a little closer in February. Of course, this week you're finishing up networking and then either working on your essay or working on your last ARC net diaries. This week we're doing databases, and we're doing, of course, the thing most of you wanted to come here to learn more about, which is the cybersecurity. And then the week after that is the last. So, I mean, just to kind of give you not a freak out, but just FYI. Okay. And then we'll end up sharing your presentations here. Now, just to be clear, if you've done the essay, then you will have a little more of a presentation, but it doesn't have to be any difference in length. If you've done the darknet, you'll just be talking about, like, you will have one slide for each of the three, because the darknet folks ended up watching 3 of the videos they selected. So but the output will be the same, and I just want to prep you for that, is that you'll have, and this is where we'll actually present it. Actually, no, this is where you turn it in to me, and then you'll present it to the class here on the last item. Then we'll have some troubleshooting, okay? But here's the final, and that's really what I was coming here to say, is that on March 9th, okay, and really it's by the time I wake up, but I would not wait. Honestly, get this done the sooner you can. Take it multiple times. It is a final that covers both what was from the start to the midterm, and of course this from the midterm here, which really means it's the whole class. Okay, and in great preparation if you're taking the IT fundamentals exam, which I talked about in the first part of the semester. So if you have any questions about that, definitely go review that content. But it's up in here where I talk about the exam and just, the process of taking it and how you would sign up here to take the preview in preparation and how much it is. So just check that out or ask me if you have any questions about that. Okay, so this week in section 6, the database stuff, of course. So what are we doing for our discussion? Our discussion is you last week started putting together, if you did the essay, your presentation. Okay. So remember, this week is not that you have to have the recording part of it done, right? This week is really just sharing your presentation that you've done so far. And last week I had you give to me a link so that I could make sure it was shared or viewed correctly. So this is basically what you'll share here. And in your writing, are you satisfied with the slides, or in the case of the Dark Knight, the writing you've done? Because for the Dark Knight, Dark Knight, that's funny. Darknet Diaries episode. I think next semester I'm going to shorten this to DD. Okay, and then what has changed? And this is kind of, we did this before, but now, right, you've come a little further. What has changed since you began your writing / presentation, right? And then how do you look at this, your topic and topics in the term of the darknet folks? Or completed that, right? And then paste a link. So I just want to say this, right? So when you're pasting links, I've said this before, make these links not so long, right? So if I was pasting in a link, actually, I would do my presentation, right? And then I would do it like this, and I would do a link here, and I do an external link, and then I would paste that URL that I showed you before right there. Okay, so I'm actually going to take off a few points just because I want you to know how to do nicer links, right? So do this by Wednesday as normal for your attendance, and just to have that done. And then by Sunday, right, respond. And actually, this is 2. I just changed this to 2, right? Total of 15 each for your reply. So I'll change that to 2. Respond. And again, try to spread out. So, like if you've already seen students replying to some posts from other students, their presentations or darknet writing, then go to somebody else. Right? Kind of what I always say, spread the love around a little bit. So, let's go back up here. Okay. So then ask any questions to clarify, right, the information you read. Was there something you wanted more information on, you didn't need to understand? Then comment on any formatting or clarification of the slides, or in the case of the darknet, anything about, like, let's say you read one of the episodes, you wanted to ask something further about that, right? Help them revise, right? Perfect things. It'll be really helpful. And then, so that's what you need to do. So, like I said, it's kind of the week also. And maybe what I will do, given that maybe it feels a little lighter, maybe I'll go ahead and try to get week 7 out so that you could work on that if for some reason you wanted to. I'll think about that. Okay. All right. Have a great week. Talk to you later.